Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We are live. I hope everybody is well. Dr. Myron Edmonds here. I'm back again for another day of us pouring into men, helping brothers to win in what matters. What's up, y'all? Again, Dr. Myron Edmonds here. I just stopped by this morning to help a brother to win in what matters. That's it. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. So I'm going to be here for about 30 minutes. And I'm going to continue in the conversation that we had yesterday on the mindset, the attitude, the perspective that a brother needs to have to win in everything in life. One of the concerns that I've had is good morning. What's up, bro? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Come on in. Yeah, man. I'm just ready to get in this thing. I ain't say good morning, man. I ain't come on, let me slow down. Good morning, y'all. How you doing? Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Got some good stuff this morning that I want to share. I think differently, right? So my perspective with men is a little different, maybe than what others are espousing as it relates to how we get men. Good morning. How we get men to you know to be better, right? So there's one camp that's like men need to man up, men need to take responsibility, men need to get themselves together. Men need to stop being so trifling and lazy and hurting people and promiscuous and without self-discipline and self-control and selfish and self-centered and all that type of stuff. They need to step up. Men need to get it together. And so you will hear this term that's often used for, as a moniker for the improvement of manhood. They say, brothers need to man up. Has anybody ever heard that phrase? Dudes need to man up, man up. Like, if you'll notice, you don't hear me coming with that energy. If you notice, you do not hear me coming with the whole man up energy. And let me tell you why. Because I think it is the wrong response. I think it's the wrong response. It's a response to something that's not the problem. The problem, right? The solution to a problem, right? Normally, is a solution that responds to the problem. And I'm saying the problem is not that men need to man up. You heard what I said, and I said what I said. Good morning. Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Looking forward to being there. So it's like, let's say your car has a check engine light on and you take your car, to get a car wash. The car, if the check engine light comes on, that doesn't mean go to the car wash. If the check engine light comes on, that don't mean get the car cleaned. I'm actually one of them type of people. If my car ain't working properly, you ain't going to see me out there cleaning it. I won't even clean my car until I get fixed. It's just something about having a clean, good-looking car on the outside with the tires, shined, armor all, the car is waxed. You will not see me doing that if my car is not functioning properly. Not doing it. It's just something that feels wrong about it, right? I don't care how it looks. You know what I'm saying? Transmission is bad. I don't care how it looks. Oil needs to be changed. I don't care how it looks. Catalytic converter is out. I don't care how it looks. I blew a head gasket. Like, I'm not about to wash it. And so to me, when we tell men they need to man up, I just want to expose y'all to my whole thing with men and what I feel called to do is different. I'm not out here on the whole, you need to man up. You need to get your stuff together type stuff. No, I'm not on that energy. Because to me, that's like taking a car with the check engine light on to a car wash. That's what it's like. Like that's the wrong solution to the problem. The problem is not that men need to behave better. I know that. I know some of y'all may not receive this. The problem is not that men need to behave better. To me, that is looking at it from the surface level. Right? Be better dads. And men need to be better. And all these things are true. Do men need to be better dads? Yes. Do men need to be better fathers? Yes. Do men need to be better men? Yes. Do men need to have integrity? Yes. Do men need to treat women better? Yes. Do men need to take more initiative? Yes. Do men need to be better leaders? Yes. 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 However, Those are all symptoms. Those are all symptomatic. Those are all the results of what the real problem is. And the real problem is not a man's behavior. A real problem is a man's mindset. And your mind and your thinking, I've been studying Romans 12. Your mind is in a constant battle of being conformed and transformed, right? Meaning the world is trying to conform. Satan and evil is trying to conform your mind, get your mind to operate on the wrong principles. If you believe a certain way, you'll behave a certain way. And here we are out here taking a car to the car wash when the check engine light is on. Take that car to the shop and get that car fixed. The car is broken. The car needs fixing. And what I'm saying is men are broken. Many men, I know I was and am, many men are broken and need healing. The reason why we're getting what we're getting from men is because men are broken and in need of healing. I've heard a lot of conversation about the need to bring about healing with women. There's a lot of sympathy and empathy to broken women, but I don't hear a lot of sympathy and empathy to broken men. You have to remember, some of these men were little boys at some point. A lot of these men that are behaving badly are essentially little boys that never grew up, who are also suffering from trauma, who are also suffering from abandonment, rejection, dysfunction, anxiety, depression, abuse, etc. And we're seeing in the research that the studies are showing that men, have just as much trauma and abuse and all these things as women. Like, this is the world that we live in. So my response, and I just want you to know why I function different. I'm not here. Y'all don't even bring that stuff to me. I'm not here talking about men need to man up. They need to man up. They need to get themselves together. They need to stop this and stop that. I never preached that. I used to preach that way. Let me start all over. Like, I see, you have to understand, I'm a Christian and I believe in the gospel. And I believe the gospel's first response is to change our thinking, right? And if we, not behavior, and that's the problem with church people. They try to change people's behavior and they haven't changed their mindset, right? So it's the same. My approach does not change when it comes to men. If you change the way he thinks, if you get the man healed, that's where I'm at. I'm on healing, y'all. I'm about that healing mindset. I'm on the healing stuff. I'm saying if we want to see men behave better, then we need to get men healed. We don't need any more conversation about how they need to step up and how they need to man up. What's he stepping up to? What's he stepping up on? How would he even know to step up? How does he know to step up? What step up to what? What images has he seen that's going to help him to know what's the right thing to do? Well, everybody knows what's right and what's wrong. He just doesn't know. I'm trying to tell you, you're saying that. What I know to be true is that there are a lot of brothers out there that are behaving badly because they believe badly. If you behave badly, it is an announcement that your belief system is off. It's off. I'm not making excuses. I am offering to you a better solution instead of just telling men to get themselves together. Listen, if we can, listen, again, I'm a believer. So if we could fix our behavior, then everybody would be good people. If we just, I know better, I need to do better, then everybody would do that. The truth is, there's some strongholds on some of us. There's a reason why we keep doing the same thing over and over again, even though we know we ought not do it. And it's not just men doing that. There's a lot of us out there who's tripping. A lot of us out here stuck on stupid. A lot of us out here doing stupid stuff, and we do it over and over again, and we know it ain't good for us. A lot of us know better and still do the wrong thing. So you think it's just supposed to change because he's a father? It's just supposed to change because he's a husband? No, his mind has got to change. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And so my approach is different. My approach is to help men to win in what matters first. Let's get their minds changed, and then the behavior will follow. Well, anyway, yesterday, that was actually a tangent. Yesterday, we talked about, playing to win, right? And embracing that certain mindset. And I want to ask today, my question is, are you a pro? To the men, are you a pro? Are you a professional? Are you a professional? And I talked to Katina Mobley. I interviewed him, and I shared a video with you all yesterday where Katina was like, look, the same mindset that he brought to the NBA, he said he noticed when he was in the NBA, there was a lot of cats in the NBA that he realized, man, these guys don't work out. You know what I'm saying? They don't practice. Legitimate. Isn't that crazy that there are professional basketball players? A lot of them, he said, there are a lot of them that don't take basketball seriously. He said that they don't even like basketball for real, for real. They like what the game can give them. They like what the game provides for them. They like what they get out of the game, but they don't like the game. And he said that's really what separates the good from the great and the average from the good. He says, like, there's just a lot of guys, they're not basketball guys. They're just talented. And they liked having the cars, the clothes, and the jewelry. He said, but his mindset was different. He was a student of the game. Kobe, different, student of the games. They were professionals. They loved the game. And he said, Katina Mobley, that is, he said that he took that same mindset into being a father. Did y'all hear what I just said? He said he took the same mindset as a professional who studied the game, who read film, who wanted to be the very best that he possibly could be, who analyzed defenses, analyzed his opponent, was in the gym, in the weight room, you know what I'm saying, conditioning, all of those things, diet, all of those things to be the best on the basketball court. He said he didn't change his mindset when he became a father. He says, if anything, he took that same mindset and said, I am a father. I am just as much as a professional, meaning this is a craft that I'm a student at, that I was as a player. And I said, man, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Isn't that brilliant, fellas? Talk to me. Isn't that brilliant? Isn't that brilliant? That you are a professional father. You are a professional husband. We don't think about it like that. What is a professional? A professional is somebody who has expertise. Now, let me say this. I don't feel like I'm an expert as a husband or a father, right? I think I have experience, but I'm not too arrogant to say I'm an expert. But here's really how you become an expert, if I could break this down. An expert really is somebody who devotes themselves to study, to learning. An expert is somebody who is consumed with research. Right? So some of our top experts in anywhere in life are really experts, not just because of what they know and how well they do what they do, but because of how much they've studied, how much they've learned. An expert is a learner. So when I'm saying a man should be professional when it comes to manhood, I'm saying I want you to embrace the mindset of a learner, of a student. Listening to Katina Mobley, former NBA player, who I interviewed on my podcast, talk about this. He was just like, man, I wanted to take everything about basketball apart. I wanted to understand all of the nuances because I wanted to be the best. And he essentially said that being a student is what makes you great. Never lose that student mindset. So what does a man need to be a student of? First, a man needs to be a student of himself. A man needs to be a student of himself. Like, if you want to obtain mastery of self, you must first be a student of yourself. You need to understand why you do what you do. You need to understand your motivations. You need not ignore who you are. You need not ignore your struggles. You need not ignore your past. You need to understand your trauma. You need to understand your weaknesses. You need to understand your strengths. You need to understand your gifts, your talents. You need to be a student of yourself. A student of self. You need to be a student. And I'm not saying this in order, but you need to be, and the way you become a student of self is you be a student of God. When you are a student of God, or as the Bible will call it, a disciple or a follower of God, which really is a student of God, when you become a student of God, you want to know God. You want to understand God. As you begin to understand God, you begin to understand self. I know some of you are not religious, but I'm telling you, if you want to accelerate this thing, it becomes very simple. The more you know God, the more you begin to understand yourself. No more denial, no more lying, no more deceit. But God helps you to see the truth. That's why the scriptures say you will know the truth and the truth will set you free. I want some free men out there. Any brothers out there want to be free? Here's the first way you're free. You're free by knowing God. When you become to know God, you get to know yourself. When you know yourself, you are dangerous. You're a dangerous person. And I'm saying that in a positive way. You are no longer running and hiding, but you come to understand who you are. The second thing is you become a student of the relationships that matter the most. If you are a husband, you need to be a student of what it means to be a good husband. You need to be a student of your wife. You need to understand what it is that your wife needs the most from you. There's a great book called Cherish by Gary Thomas. And in the book, he essentially is talking about that in order for marriages to go to the next level, husbands need to get to a point where they understand their wives, like what drives and motivates their wives, like what is it that brings their wives the highest joy and sense of fulfillment. Like I want to know my wife so that I can serve her best. So I have got to be a student of her. I don't walk around acting like I know it all. The same thing with my children. My children are they're made in the image of God. They've got hopes and dreams and fears and their own traumas and their own dysfunctions and issues and anxieties. And so I need to understand that so I can create an environment as a thermostat. For those of you who've been following me, I believe that men are thermostats, women are thermometers. Women reflect. They tell us the real. They help us to see where the relationship is. They give us the what's the temperature in the house. Men are to set the temperature, and so because I understand them, I'm now able to set the temperature. I'm now able to create an environment where growth can happen in the home. This is good. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. Are you feeling me on this? And so I am a student. How? And the question I'm asking today, my brother, are you a pro? Are you a pro? Are you a professional? What does that mean? Do you see yourself as a student of your craft? As a husband, as a father, as a man in your relationship with God. I am a student of God. I am a follower of God. I'm a student of myself. I'm a student of my wife. I'm a student of my children. Why? Because as I learn more and get more knowledge and information, then my mindset has changed and I'm able to behave differently and accordingly. And we need more students out here. We need more students. So I'm going to show you this text, right? And I'm going to end with this morning. I want to show you this text and this is in 1 Corinthians 9. And man, fellas, don't miss this. There's a powerful principle in this text about how we're supposed to approach life. And Paul brings it out in such a clear picture, right? And the question I'm asking today is, are you a pro? I want to just pause for a minute and just tell you guys, look, I'm really on this campaign to help men to win in the things that matter. And I have a conference that's coming up in Atlanta, Georgia on April 5 and 6. April 5 and 6. And the conference is called the Winning Circle Men's Conference. And this is our fourth conference that we've done. This is our second one that we've done in Atlanta. We had 200 plus people there last year. We are expecting close to 350 men this year. This is a conference to give you the tools, to give you the information, to give you the community that you need to help you to win in what matters, to be a pro as a man, a pro. And all a pro means is a student. Somebody who is devoted to mastery, somebody who wants to actually win in the stuff that matters the most. And there are many of you, you're in two phases. You're either rock bottom, right? And you need help desperately. You need to get there. Go to the website right now, winningscircleconference.com. And then there are others of you, you're saying, well, I'm not really rock bottom, but I want to go to the next level. I don't really want to get out of government, but I want to go to the next level, man. I want to be the best. I want to be the best I possibly can be than both of you guys, man. This conference is for you. Guys that's in the middle who don't really know one way or the other, it ain't for you. This is for guys who are either at the gutter and need a radical shift and change, or guys who feel like they're okay, but they want to go to the next level, right? Go to the website today and register while we have spaces remaining at Winning Circle Conference, at winningscircleconference.com. And let me say this, if you decide that you want to attend this conference, I'm going to give you the discount that existed last week. I'm going to give you $100 off And I'm going to say it real quick, so y'all better go back and get it. Here is the coupon code for that. It's WIN100. The coupon code for that is WIN100. If you want to attend the conference and get $100 off at the Winning Circle Conference in Atlanta, Georgia, April 5 and 6, here it is. Put this in when you go to the website, and I'll put that website up right again, winningscircleconference.com. Put this coupon code in, you get $100 off. I'll do it again, winningscircleconference.com. Put this code in, WIN100, all one word, and get the discount. All right, let's go back to the text. So look at what the Bible says about how we are to approach life as pros, right? As men. Now watch this very quickly. Verse 24, 1 Corinthians 9, it says, do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize. In other words, life is like a race. Life is like sports. There's only one champion. There's only one winner. And so I need you to play the game of life like you're trying to win. That's why I call it the winning circle. Fellas, approach manhood, fatherhood, being a husband, like you trying to win, like you trying to get the prize. And look what verse 25 says. It says, everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training. This is how you do it. And this is what professional athlete, former NBA player Katina Mobley was saying. He was just like, man, there are guys in the league that don't even care about basketball. They care about going to the club. They don't care. They don't want to even be great. They're just glad they made it. He was like, yo, and look what the scriptures is agreeing with that. Everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training. If you want to compete, if you want to win, you've got to go into strict training. They do it to get a crown or a trophy that will not even last. In professional sports, these things don't last. When you die, you're not taking these things in the grave. He says, but we do it, meaning we as believers, we as men, we do it, what? Go into strict training. Go discipline ourselves, become the best version of ourselves, so that our crown will last forever. We got a better goal. Man, this is good. And then watch this. He says, therefore, he's using sports as an analogy on how we approach life as pros, a professional, a student, somebody who wants to win. He says in verse 26, he says, I love this. He says, therefore, I do not run like someone running aimlessly. I'm not an aimless man. I'm not out here just trying to get by. I'm not out here just trying to collect a check and retire. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to win. Anybody out here? Come on, talk to me in the comments. How many of y'all here want to win? I want to win. That's the drive that's in me. I want to win. I want to be successful as a husband, as a father, as a man. I don't want these chains holding me down. I don't want to repeat the same mistakes that were made against me. I want to win. Anybody feeling that this morning? He says, therefore, Paul says, I don't run aimlessly. I'm not running out here like I don't care. I'm not running out here like I ain't trying to get a dub. I want to win. Ugh. And he says, therefore, he said, I do not fight like a boxer beating the air. He said, no, I'm here to get a body. I'm here for a knockout. This game time. we here, right? And then he says in verse 27, he says, no, I strike a blow to my body and make it my slave. Woo! In other words, I'm not enslaved to my passions, enslaved to other things, enslaved to addictions, enslaved to people, enslaved to thought process, enslaved to mindset. He said, instead, because I'm trying to win, he says, I make my body a slave to my purpose. I make my body a slave to my calling. He said, so that after I have preached to others, I myself will not be disqualified for the prize. Ooh. Knockout. Isn't it? And so even Paul uses sports as an analogy, fellas, to help us to understand how we approach life. And his main thing is, listen, man, I'm strict with this thing. And so I have this thing called the shift framework. And I feel like these are 5 areas that we need to be proficient in. Spiritual life, student. I want to win there. My health, I got to win there. I'm not eating everything anymore, right? I got to take care of my body. What else? My integrity. What else? In family, I'm going to be a good husband. I'm going to be a good father. I'm going to be. I'm going to win. I am. And then last but not least, I'm going to have a tribe. Shift. Get your shift together, right? A tribe. How? Listen, I need to be surrounded by the right people so I can do the things that I just said I'm going to do. Because I'm a pro. I'm a pro. I'm a pro. I am a pro as a man, which means I'm a student. That means I obtain mastery by learning and by execution. Oh boy, this is good. Hey, look, I gotta go, but I want you to just bring to bear these three things real quick before I leave. Number one, love what you do outside of work, fellas. Love what you do outside of work. In other words, I love how one person said it. It said, I go to my job from 9 to 5, but my work starts when my job is over. Ooh, that's good, right? Your work starts when the job is done. Your 9 to 5. In other words, you need to start seeing, look, when you end that work day, you know what I'm saying, and you on your way home, like, it's go time. Let's go. It's game time. It's game time. It's game time. I'm about to go in this house and I'm about to set an atmosphere of love. I'm about to love on my wife. I'm about to go in here and serve these kids. Woo! A lot of y'all be wanting to bring your A game to work and then bring trash at home. No, I need you to love what you do. Going back to what Katina Mobley said, Katina was like, there's a lot of NBA players, a lot of pros. They don't even love the game. They just love the cars, the clothes, the houses, the popularity that comes. They're not even students. They're not even trying to be better. He said, nah, you got to love what you do. Love being a husband, love being a father, love being a man of God. You got to love those things. All right. Number two, second thing is, I need you to be a student of your responsibility. A student of your responsibility. A student of your responsibility. That is the mindset of winners. You look at all the greats. They're all students. They're all learning, constantly finding ways to get an edge, to improve. They stay in the lab. They stay in the gym. They stay watching film. They stay doing these things because they want to get better. Many of you want to only do that when it comes to work and making money, but I need you to do that when it comes to your relationships. And then number three, I want you to establish systems for success for every area of your life. Now, I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. Oh, is it tomorrow? No, yes, tomorrow's Friday. I'm going to talk tomorrow about how you establish systems for success. Because look, all of these guys that we talk about who are greats and we love the Steph Currys of the world. We love the Tom Brady's of the world. We love these great football players and so forth, and basketball players and athletes and what have you, the Serenas of the world, the Coco now, all these players, Naomi Osaka, all these, these folks, they out here working hard, y'all, behind the scenes. What you see publicly is one thing. Behind the scenes, like Steph Curry, I remember that man hit 105 threes in practice. 105 threes in practice. So there are systems. It's not just you saying, hey, I want to get better. I want to be better. That's the whole man up concept. We're not on that man up. Man down. Like, get low, learn. What do I need to do? What are the systems? I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. And here's one of the things I've noticed about men. Men will do everything they can to spend money and invest on their flesh, but they will not do it in personal improvement. They will not do it on spiritual development. I got this conference coming up, right? I got this conference coming up, and dudes will, let me make sure. So I'll talk about that tomorrow. So dudes will say all kinds of excuses about how they can't come to the conference and yada, 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 yada. And these dudes will go out and spend $250 on some sneakers. Yes, they will. They'll buy the video game, and they'll buy all the add-ons with the video game. I mean, like, they'll buy clothes. They'll go out to eat, spend $200 at a restaurant. And I'm literally saying to you, you could have come to a weekend, get surrounded by the right people, get the right information to change your whole life. So you're not trifling and mediocre and just, really a loser. A loser is not just somebody who loses. Their mindset. Don't you want to win? Like Paul said, don't you? So what are you going to do about it? And many of us are always looking for the easiest road to do it. Nah, man. Some of you got to step out of what you always do and bust a move, do something different, Put yourself in the right environment. Proximity and position is normally what happens. God wants to see, can he trust you to make the right decisions, to be in the right spaces, to make the right investments in yourself so that you can win. But a lot of y'all are trifling and don't want to do those type of things. But there's some of you out there who are like, nah, I'm trying to win. I'm talking to you. I ain't talking to these brothers out there who just want to do enough to get by always. I'm saying, meet me in Atlanta. That's what I'm saying. And I want to give you this information before I get on up out of here. Here it goes right now. I'm going to give it to you quick, and I'm going to give you some discount information. The conference that you need to be at is in Atlanta on April 5 and 6, right? Be there. Be there, my brother. Make the commitment. Go and register today at winningscircleconference.com. And if you want the discount, that the $100 discount off the registration, here we go. I'm being very generous right now. That's the coupon code. Screenshot this. Do whatever you got to do. Here's a coupon code to meet me in Atlanta. I'm going to be there. I mean, I'm telling you, man, this thing is going to be. Here's the coupon code. I'm telling you right now, meet me in Atlanta. No more excuses. Stop buying J's. Come on now. Stop buying J's. And you never been, some of y'all never been to a conference. Talking about I ain't going down there, but you got all type of J's in your closet. Crazy. Get here. Get your life changed. Get the information you need. Get around the right community. Here's a coupon code, $100 off registration. Put this coupon code in right here on the screen, WIN100. The registration for the conference is winningscircleconference.com. All right. Listen, y'all, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm going to give you the blueprint and the strategy, the system that you need in order to win in what matters. All right. If y'all want to watch this again, check it out on my YouTube page. Peace.